Hello everyone, my name is Edson. In this video, I wanted to share with you how I was able to save money as an international student and got my undergraduate degree in the United States. I'm going to share with you the scholarship that I had used that has helped me and share some of my experience in the United States as an international student. I have to say one thing though, I graduated 10 years ago. But some of the things that I'm going to talk about is still relevant right now, and maybe you can get some insight. So, first, I'm from Haiti, and Haiti is one of the poorest country, and this is fact. As such, I'm not like other international students who are from advanced country where their parents had been preparing for them to come to the United States and they had a load of money. I remember this international student on campus. Oh my God, they would have nice car. That was not me. So as being in Haiti, I had to navigate my way to the system. Right? So if you're not familiar with tuition in the United States, usually you have the private school, very expensive, and then you have the public school. They're both very expensive too. But usually the private school, you can think a good $20,000 a semester, right? And some goes up to $30,000 a semester without putting room and board and, living expense and all those things. So what about the public school? The public schools have a tendency to be less expensive, but it's going to depend what states that you go to school to. For me, I choose to go to Florida, where at that time when I went, there was about 11 public university. So the public university have that tuition where they divide it into people who are in-state, that are students or people who live in the state of Florida before going to college. So these people, their tuition is way less expensive because they use local tax money to finance students. So every year when people pay their taxes or any transaction tax that happen in that state, portion of that money goes into the university system. So that's why if you're a resident, then you're gonna pay very cheaper because the government pay a portion for you. If you're from a different state or if you're from a different country, you don't get that government support. So you have to actually pay the full tuition with no discount. So that's why when I had to choose, I went to a public university, which is our community college. They're all public. And also I went to something that is very cheap. So if you're not familiar with community college, honestly, sometimes they have a bad reputation where it's only student who did not do well goes into, but that's not necessarily true. Sometimes you can think of a community college as a way to transition from a space that you don't have that much, you don't have that much option to getting your door open. For example, it's not like I had parents that went to college that can explain me how things go. So going to the community college really helped me. So when I had to pick cities, I picked a city that I already had some people living there. So I ended up going to Miami. And in Miami, they had Broward Community College, and they have many other community colleges, but I ended up picking Miami-Dade Community College. Why? Miami-Dade Community College actually have a honors college program that has a very good success in transferring students from the college to very top university that you can think of. I'm talking about MIT, Yale, and those Northwestern, those huge private universities. So what it does, it gives you an entry point and then make it easy for you to transfer to this top university. And these students that transfer to this top university, they end up doing well too. And that's why I picked Miami-Dade College, because they had this honors program. Not only that, if you get accepted into the honor program, you get a scholarship regardless if you're an international student or foreign student or from another state. The scholarship will cover the in-state portion for you. So if you're a local student, that means you don't have to pay tuition. In-state tuition is about 1/3 of your payment. Usually you pay 3 times the tuition as a foreigner. So you only be responsible for 2/3 of the payment by being part of the honor student. And another thing, they give you a stipend for you to buy books. And the stipend was about $500. So just right there, half of your tuition is gone. Here's another thing too. At the community college, the pacing was at a level for me that I could adapt. Because when I came to the United States, I did not speak English. And going straight to university with my limited English would have been a massacre for me. I would not have survived. Hence, the honors college gave me time. So before I joined the honors college, I had to take a couple of English courses, like at least 2 semesters of English courses, so my English could be at a level where I could understand things at an academic level. So these I had to pay out of pocket. Like it cost me a good $6,000. So each semester I had to pay $3,000. But by the time I started college for real, when I started taking my college courses, I didn't have to pay out of pocket anymore because the stipend and plus the community college money that they gave me to buy books, when you add them together, so that's half. By the second semester, because in the community college they have leadership courses, some of our assignment is to apply for scholarship and to find scholarship. And this is one scholarship that I think a lot of international students, if they knew about it, they would apply. They don't advertise a scholarship for specific reason, but I'm going to give you the secret. So that scholarship allowed me to pay in-state tuition instead of paying out-of-state tuition. What that means is that scholarship would waive the out-of-state tuition portion for me, so I'm charged as if I'm a local resident. In this scholarship, you can renew it every year until you graduate. So that's one of the things I've learned in the honors college. By being in the honors college, I was exposed to my homework was actually to learn how the university system works and also how to apply for scholarship. They also, not only how to apply and what are the list of scholarships that are available for everybody. Not only that, they also help you figure out your major, research your major, what class you need to take, what you need to transfer, how much money you will earn if you pick a specific major, and what are your potential of succeeding in that major. In the community college, another example of good thing is my classes was not full of students, right? Each course is maybe, if it's a popular course, might have 30 students. But once you start getting the more advanced course, I'm talking about linear algebra, calculus 1, 2, 3, these courses has a tendency to have less students. I'm talking about 20 students in these courses. But that does is that you have deep connection with your professor, and also the student in class, you can easily form group with them, and everybody knows everyone by their name because it's a class of 15 or 20 students. Last but not least, I was allowed to work on campus. So this allowed me to save money. It was not a lot of money, but it was enough money for me where I didn't have to depend on people for my essential, like catching the bus, buying computers, buying books, and other things, personal things. One good thing is also I live with my uncle, and he allowed me to stay at his place, even though when I was a student, I was never really at home because I would get up, go to class by 8 o'clock, and then come by 9 p.m., 10 p.m. because I work. So this also helped. So the scholarship is going to be on the description below here. You can have more information. It's only available for students who live in Florida or goes to those public universities in Florida. But it's really helped in terms of lowering costs. When it was time for me to transfer, because after you take 60 credit, you have to transfer to university. You have option to transfer in all those big university, but I chose not to go to any of these because I would have had to take loan, and I didn't want to take any student loan. So I ended up transferring to another local public university in Florida, was called the University of Florida. I picked that college because it was in a small town, and rent in that town was about $290 when I joined. Compared to the other big university in Florida, you have University of South Florida. They were in big cities. And usually you need at least $500 a month to find an apartment in these big cities. And everywhere I look, I couldn't find something cheaper. So I ended up going to University of Florida because it was cheap, and because I had that scholarship. So the Florida Linkage Institute is the name of the scholarship for people who are in the Caribbean. This scholarship, I was able to use it at UF. So instead of paying $12,000 a semester, my tuition was about $3,000 a semester. However, for this, I had to pay out of pocket. So that's where my saving kicked in. Money that I saved when I was at the community college kicked in. Honestly, the transition from community college into university was really hard. The hard part was the pacing at the university is faster, the classes are bigger, and you don't have that small community where you at that level you have to find your own people to have a community with. And also the classes are way more difficult. What I mean by difficult is because they expect way more out of you. Because at the end of the day, it's at university. And usually by the time you transfer in the upper level, you're actually taking the hardest courses for your major. Because all of the first 2 years was you taking courses that are general, but the last 2 years you're taking courses that are in your major. The University of Florida was a very good experience in terms of connecting me with the white employer because they had a very big career fair where multiple company comes and they actually call you back when you submit to them. And via this, I was able to get my first internship and also was able to continue to school and working while I was a student. Moral of the story, as an international student, anything you can do to save money, you should, unless you come from family that already have a lot of money. And considering going to Florida because of the Florida Linkage Institute scholarship, where if you are part of certain country, this country would give you some fee waiver. And last but not last, a community college is a very good option because some community college really teach you what you need to learn, and also they give you access to transfer to a university. At the end of the day, when you graduate, people care more about where did you graduate than did you go to community college or not. As of now, I've never had any issue the fact that I went to community college for getting job. At the end of the day, nobody cared that much about all these details. So this is the route that I took. It may not necessarily be the route for you, but for me, it was the route that I could take in. Given that I'm from a country where we don't have that much money, and that I use the resources that I had available for me to get where I want to be. So I hope you gain some value, some perspective. If you have any question, feel free to reach it and